Hello, I'm Galactic Sweets, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Last time, we hunted down some thugs and finally met Marcia's brother. And we got to see a bit more of the Laguz royalty and how they handle their affairs. And now, oh my, if it isn't young Prince Serenus! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Nalucci, you're looking well. And feeling well too, thank you very much. This old crow's as spry as ever. Tell me though, how fares your father, King Lorazzi? Welcome back to more I can't pronounce names. Lorazzi. The same as ever. Since that terrible day, he remains abed. He seldom rises anymore. I'm not surprised. In the span of a few days, he lost his family, his friends, and almost all of his countrymen. Yes. And yet, we're blessed that you are still with us. Prince Rayson, if there's anything this doddering old bird can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask. Thank you. I appreciate your kind sentiment. Sorry to have kept you waiting, Rayson. Nalucci, you can talk ancient history later. Leave us at once. Yes, of course. I'm sure you have much to talk about, much to say. I'll just take my leave of you. Please, Prince Rayson, make yourself at home. Old Nalucci's always been fond of House Serenus. When he heard the White Prince himself was gracing us with a visit, he could barely contain his joy. So, Prince, what's this all about? We haven't seen your face around here in a long time, and I'm naturally quite curious as to your intentions. Your attitude during the Goldoa meeting piqued my interest. What is it you're after, Nisala? Why do you provoke Tibarn? You came all this way for that? Are you serious? Do not mock me, Crow King. Tibarn is my father's guardian. If not for him, we might have suffered the end of House Serenus itself. I will not brook any insults to him. Oh, I see. So rather than ally yourself with me, your trusted companion of old, you would side with this new protector. That's an unfortunate shift in attitude. I trust you remember that when you and your sister were young, it was I, not Tibarn, who watched over you. Any change in my bearing can be laid at your roost, Nisala. After all, you, my old friend, are the one who continues to engage in commerce with my enemy, with humans. If you were to change your ways, I'm sure we could rebuild the relationship the two of us once shared. Oh no, that I could never do. You see, humans are essential to the fulfillment of my ambitions. You've changed, Nisala. If this is the path you've chosen, I have nothing left to say. I doubt you could ever understand what it means to guard Kilvis, Prince, to protect an entire country. King Nisala, Duke Tanis of the Banyan Imperial Senate has arrived. Bring him in. Your Majesty, just now I brushed against the most splendid specimen. Was that a Serenus noble? They're supposed to be extinct. And what if it were? Oh, I was right. Wonderful, my eyes did not deceive me. Those dazzling white wings, and that shimmering hair sparkling like falling gold dust. This is the crystallization of beauty in its purest form. Duke Oliver, can we please discuss the business at hand? Per your request, we have appropriated several pieces of art from the ships of Duke Gatos. Yes, and you'll be compensated as promised. But right now, there is something else that I simply must have. Really, another request. What can we purloin for you today? More art, perhaps? Oh-ho, something much more stunning. And if you agree to my proposition, I will double your normal fee. That is a most generous offer. Tell me, what is it you desire? Desire? But surely you've already guessed. And now we get to see what Ike is up to. Meeting with the Apostle was fine, but all she did was pay us and give us another job. She answered no questions. I wonder what she's planning. That cargo. I can't help but believe there were living creatures inside, but what do you suppose the Apostle intends to do with them? I don't know. Titania, are all nobles and royals like this? And they have plans and paperwork for every little thing, and their speech is as confusing as it is tedious. But Ike, the other nobles we know are different. There's Princess Alencia and King Gallia and the Dragon Prince too. All of them have been so nice and friendly and easy to talk to. Perhaps the rudeness of the upper echelon is unique to the Bjork class system. Princess Alencia was raised in special circumstances. Maybe that's why she's so different. I can never get accustomed to the culture of Bjork nobles. And with that, we get to see the results of the last battle, any money we earned. We earned a lot, and I was starting to run a little low on money too, so I am very glad with that, and I hit B. I keep forgetting B now. B in older Fire Emblem games skips the dialogue, and I keep forgetting that, because it's not like that on Shadow Dragon Forward, which is FE11, which is not the game after this, but the game after that, first game from the DS. Let's go ahead and view our supports. Let's see. I don't want to use any of Ike's supports. I do want Leaf to support with Jill. Can I help you? I have a question, is that alright? It depends on what you're going to ask. Why don't you have to... No, that's not right. Why don't the Lagoos use weapons? We Lagoos are born ready to fight. Weapons are something that you powerless Bjork created to counter our claws. We have no use for them. I see. Is that all you wanted to ask? No, there's more. Why do you test us humans so much? That's a good question, but I would hear your answer first. Why do you Bjork hate the Lagoos? It's because the Lagoos are our enemy. Enemy? If that's the case, we hate you too, as we hate all our enemies. We're done here. Wait. Nice to see that Jill is beginning to change a little. Let's go ahead and see what else we have. I'll go and show Nafini and Braum, and I believe Zihark also had a conversation about. Well, howdy, Nafini. Isn't it a beautiful day? It sure is. I bet your hometown is real busy now with the harvest season approaching and all. Yeah, I bet. I'm sure my brothers and sisters are grubbing at Ma, making them help in the fields. Ho, all kids ever want to do is play. I should know. Say, how many people are in your family, Nafini? I have 2 younger sisters and 3 younger brothers. The boys are triplets. They just turned 6 years old. That's too much for your mom to handle all on her own. Yep, I'm sure Ma chews them out every day. What about you, Braum? My kids are a little older. I hope they're helping Mother like they're supposed to. Don't worry about it, Braum. I'm sure they are. That might have just seemed like a random little conversation, but something interesting to point out is that the first time Nafini is really talked open out like that. You never really get to... She doesn't talk like that often, so it's nice to see a different side of Nafini. That's what that conversation really showed, above anything else. Let's go ahead and see what Braum has to say to Zihark. What are you doing? Hi, Braum. I'm just fixing my shoulder guard. See? It's starting to rip right there. Oh yeah, you don't want to go into battle like that. This one time I had a... Hey, I don't even know... Hey, how did you know my name? Oh, I'm just good at remembering names and faces. Natural talent, I suppose. Sorry if I got a little fresh with you. Let me introduce myself. I'm Zihark. How do you do, Braum? Howdy, nice to meet ya. Fixing a shoulder guard is tough work. What do you do when you're not at war? You work in leather? Nope, just a swordsman. Huh? I don't know a swordsman could fix something like this. That's quite the skill. I taught myself. Mercenaries don't make good money, you know. I can't afford to visit a tradesman. And done. Alright, that should hold. Wow, isn't that something? I have to teach my youngest son how to do that. How many children do you have, Braum? I've got 5 sons and 3 daughters. In fact, my oldest girl is just about your age. I figured you'd have lots of children. How'd you figure that? Just look at you, Braum. You're a big man with a big heart. The perfect daddy. You think so? Oh, stop. You're embarrassing me. And do want you to remember that Braum did say that he has a daughter that is Zihark's age. I just want to go ahead and point that out. That is a detail worth remembering. It might not be important anytime soon, but someday. Let's see what Mist has to say to Mordecai. Oh no, come back here, you! Where did the thing go? I could have sworn it fell somewhere around here. Looking for this. Well, Mordecai, you scared me. I am sorry to frighten you. I found this. Is it something you lost? Oh, yes, that's some of my clothes. Some of my clothes are drying on the line, and the breeze carried one of my scarves away. Thank you, Mordecai. You are welcome. Mordecai? Yes? Oh, well, I'm sorry, it's nothing. If you say so, I will take my leave of you now. What's wrong with me? I can't believe I couldn't do it. Why can't I be more like Ike? He's so casual, so calm all the time. Can't keep panicking like that. You know, maybe it's for the best that you're not as blunt as Ike, Mist. Just maybe. Well, with that, we have some info conversations, 2 in particular with 2 stars, so see if they're going to be a bit more important than normal. You are from the northwest nation of Crimea, are you not? Hey, he's just a server posh voice. Did the audio just glitch out there? Because I was looking at my, microphone thing that shows how the audio levels are, and it just suddenly froze. So, if the audio froze right there, I am so sorry. But seriously, I totally imagine this guy with a posh voice. Even though he's a servant, you wouldn't think he'd actually have that, but... oh well. You are from the northwest nation of Crimea, are you not? You have my condolences for the terrible misfortune that has befallen your country and people. Yet you remain blessed. Fate has brought you here to the Grand Temple Maynal, to the splendor of Begnion, grandest of all nations of Tellius. By the way, I hear you are traveling north to the Grand Desert. How'd you hear that? Even we didn't know that. Like, seriously. Well, there's your little hint for what we're doing today. There are ancient ruins there, you know. The remains of a race known as the Zenanma, who come from a civilization that predates our own. I'm sure you will enjoy the sensation of being immersed in such primordial surrounding. Yeah, it'll be a real picnic. Oh yes, picnics are indeed nice. Oh, but a word of caution. Studying the ruins from afar is one thing, but you would be well advised to keep your distance, for safety's sake. It's said that there's a bandit stronghold near the northwest ruins, and we hear occasional reports of strange figures wandering the dunes in the northeast. Be careful. Interesting, maybe we'll run into some new faces, friend or foe. Let's see what Sigrun has to say. How are your preparations progressing? They're underway. We leave within the hour. Your next mission takes you to the Grand Desert. You must choose your companions with care. A desert is just a large patch of sandy soil, is it not? With one major difference. Unlike sandy soil, you'll not find solid earth beneath the surface. You could dig and find only more sand. Those on foot and horseback may find it difficult to move around. I see. I'm sure that Soren knows much about these things, but... Has something befallen Master Soren? I don't know if he's feeling ill or just moping about. It all started when we arrived in Begnion. Oh. Be that as it may, it won't hurt for me to have this information. Can you tell me more? Of course. There's little water in the desert, and the soil is very dry. Few trees or grasses grow there, which means there are no groves or anything else which would provide cover. And as I mentioned before, those on foot or horseback will find the sand slow in their pace considerably. Wow, I can't even read what's right in front of me. The exceptions are magic users, staff wielders, and thieves. Such people will not be affected to so large a degree. Thieves are agile, so I understand why they would be affected, but those skilled in the magical arts? That doesn't make sense. I once heard an explanation from a magic user that I know. He claimed that the spirits he employed flew before him and cleared the sand from his path. I've heard people make jokes about this. but I completely forgot this was an actual line in the game. Because my logic would be, well, maybe magic users have an easier time moving around in the sand because they don't have to carry around heavy weapons all the time. So they don't have to worry about carrying around, like, heavy swords and axes. They just have some books, and sure, the books can be heavy, just ask Soren. But, jeez, okay. However, considering the source, I'm not sure how much of that is true. Who was the source? Prime Minister Sephiroth. Would he play a joke like that? Well, the Prime Minister is a very amusing man, but please, allow me to continue with my explanation. Well, maybe he was playing a joke, but with Sephiroth's stats, dear god, I wouldn't be surprised if the sand moved for him. What else? Others who are unaffected by sand are Pegasus Knights, Wyvern Riders, and other flying units. Oh, and Lagoos too. Terrain features don't seem to affect them as much in either form, although they will be slowed some. You said Lagoos, didn't you? Almost everyone here says subhuman. Well, of course, Bjork and Lagoos are both living things. Every precious life was created to be equaled by the blessed goddess. The fact that there are still those who persecute Lagoos in the land of the goddess, it is deplorable. Are you of a noble house? I like how that's the first thing I guessed, like, there's no way you could be a noble. You're treating people like people, what? Yes, I am. One must be of noble birth to serve the goddess. But I thought that all nobles were half-crazed fools who can't speak the truth. You seem quite honest. Heh, I'll take that as a compliment. Oh, and one last thing. What is it? The desert contains a remnants of more than one lost civilization. Rumor has it that treasures from those times still lie undiscovered beneath the shifting sands. Any Fire Emblem player knows what this means. It's time to go treasure hunting. Those with good luck may come across such treasure during battle, or if you're a thief. Yes, we'll get more to that when we get to the actual map. So let's see, now that we've recruited Marcia's horrible of a person brother, let's see how he's doing. Hoo-wee, the Grand Temple. Luxury and gorgeousness as far as the eye can see. If a scoundrel like myself can find employment in a place like this, I guess my luck hasn't abandoned me after all. But, for all the glitter and gold, there's an equal amount of dangerous work. That I could do without. Maybe I should use my prone to illness ploy. Yes, I think I can arrange to work out about 1 of every 5 jobs or so. And now that I've fixed income, it's time to visit the local inns and see what games of chance are about. Evening. Ah! You! Did you happen to hear any of that? You were talking out loud. Loudly. Oh, I wasn't being serious. I'm an extremely diligent man, yes I am. Those peddlers you were with, you were in debt to them, right? Huh? How'd you know about that? When we took out that group, your debt vanished. Yes, you're right. That was a tremendous help. Thanks much. Come now, you can't believe that the world is as forgiving as that, or that we are so foolish. What? Debts are debts, and you have many. Those peddlers weren't the only people you owned coin by. Weren't the only people who were owned coin by you, right? We can't have debt collectors hounding the company day in and day out. My staff officer repaid the rest of the money you owe. That's very kind of you. It was from the company coffers. You, my friend, are now in our debt. You fight to repay the Grail mercenaries. Oh, but... Payment will be deducted from your wages. For quite some time. It seems you're working for free, friend. Oh, Until your debts are completely repaid, don't ever think about leaving the company. Or getting sick. Right then, I trust you'll do your best. What a mess. Aw, nuts. That was great. I forgot about that conversation too. I've never even remember Ike and Makulov interacting. That is great. I love it. That is one of my favorite conversations in the game now. Let's see what EXP I can award. And who I should give it to. I could... let's see... I guess Astrid would be the ideal person since she is the most underleveled unit on my team that I'm definitely going to use in the future. I guess Rolf takes the cake for most underleveled of all time. So I'm going to go ahead and dump my bonus experience on Astrid. It'd probably be smarter to save it for something later, but nah. Oh, and just a tip. If you happen to be playing the sequel to this game, Radiant Dawn, and base experience does make a return in that game, but there's an interesting little quirk that's not present in this game. Every time you level up, you're guaranteed 3 stats. At least 3 stats to go up. So what people like to use in Radiant Dawn is that they'll just do level ups, they'll get their units, their natural stats to the highest they possibly can, and then they'll use base experience to bring up other stats that they wouldn't maybe normally get during a level up. It's an interesting, I wouldn't call it an oversight, but it's an interesting way to work the system. And even though this is not the sequel, I feel like it's something worth bringing up. Though I really like base experience, but I understand how it can sort of break the game of any difficulty. Since you could theoretically just... I always use it to bring up units that are behind, but people use it to just put units that are ahead even further ahead, and you can imagine how quickly that can break the game in half. I'm going to go ahead do... or do I need to do any... I don't think I actually need to do any... Oh wait, we're going to go ahead and give all of Makalov's stuff. In fact, I don't even really planning on using Makalov, so I'll just give everything. And I will reorganize my equipment and meet with you guys in a second. Alright, with that, I'm just going to go ahead and show that I am going to use some of my stat boosting items. I gave Jill... I'm going to give Jill a speed wing to up her speed a little, and a talisman to help patch her resistance, and also, I just realized she had a Lagoo's bow. She does not need a Lagoo's bow. I'll just go ahead and give that to Astrid, even though she can't actually use it. Well, you're going in the convoy then, Lagoo's bow. But I'm going to also give Mia the energy drop. That should up her strength and allow her to do more, and her speed's capped. I think it's been capped for a few episodes now, actually. So yeah, some people might say it'd be ideal to actually promote her now, and we can do that with Master, was it Master? Are they called Master Crests in this game? Master Crowns? They are called Master Seals in this game. Yeah. Master Seals. I believe, what are they normally called? Well, in GBA games, they're specific to sets of classes. I believe they're just called Master Seals in newer Fire Emblem games as well. I think it's just Radiant Dawn that calls them Master Crowns. And with that, I definitely recommend, going and selling the red jewel, the red gem you got, because that's really the only thing it's good for. And we're going to hold on to the occult scroll for the meantime. Actually, there's one more thing I want to check. Astrid, where are you? How is your weapon level? Oh, you can't see how far they are in their weapon level, dang. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and I'll give this, we'll take the Lagoo's bow, and I will go ahead and take an arm scroll, and we'll have her use that. So yes, she now has a weapon level of C. That will help her greatly. Granted, it might not be that good for this chapter because we are going to be dealing with more sandy area, but hey, it's the thought, right? Actually, that might have been a terrible idea. Let's go before anyone figures out. Tell me, Soren, are you alright? Recently, ever since we reached Begnion, in fact, you've seemed depressed. Is that so? How odd. Well, I can't think of nothing specific that's bothering me. Well, if you say so. So, it's time for the desert. I noticed Soren's eyes actually went down, like he squinted a little more. So maybe something was bugging his mind, he's just a little depressed that Ike is like, yeah, okay, you're fine, let's just go on. Well, so, it's time for the desert. Which is the best direction to enter from? Soren? Yes? What is it? Alright, I know there's something going on. I'm sorry. I was thinking. What is it you wanted? Very well, I was gonna ask you for directions, but it's no longer necessary. Looks like we're being met. Ah, Who are you? Answer me. We're mercenaries. We were hired to take care of a group of bandits operating in this area. More of the Senator's dogs. You cast us as thieves so you can murder us and hide your guilt, but we will not be defeated. Mark my words, a day will come when all slaves are free, and then you will pay for your crimes. What on earth are you talking about? No more useless words. Come, my brothers, take them. What? We're facing Lagoos. I don't like the look of this. Lagoos or no, it doesn't change the fact that they are brigands. Do not lower your guard. I know what I'm doing. Everyone, watch your footing in the sand. Take care and fight well. And with that, we've begun. I recommend taking Leith or Mordecai, at least one of the two into this chapter, and I also recommend taking a thief. I brought 2 thieves and left Brom out, since I figured he's not going to be doing a lot this chapter. Then again, it's not like they're going to be doing a lot either. Looks like some of these guys aren't even transformed, so geez, we can just... They will transform probably at the beginning of the enemy turn. So we'll go ahead and just have Jill come out here. Let's see. I don't remember if their movements increase when they're transformed. It looks like it. But first thing I'm going to say is you want to get Mordecai or Leaf up here to the corner. Just trust me on this. So basically, the idea with this chapter is that there are a bunch of hidden items in the desert. And I also believe that if you don't kill all the rebels, the more rebels you let live, the more bonus experience you get, though I'm not 110% sure about this. There should hopefully be an annotation on screen saying if this is correct or not. Hopefully. Yep, Astrid, you can now move 2 spaces. It was a great idea to bring you into this map. Let's see. You're not going to be transforming anytime soon, so I will go ahead and attack you. And that should take you out. I have the Fire Emblem wiki opened up right beside me, because it happens to have a map of where all the secret items are located. In fact, I believe there's one right here, actually, so you can have Soth or, you can go ahead, have Soth or, Volk move towards those spots, so I'm just going to be moving towards this one actually right by us. I believe it's going to be, let's see, if I'm correct, this, alright, it looks like it is, from here, we go completely south, and then we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, so we have a thief land in this area. Yep, we get a coin. And it turns out that, I said I think coins had something used for forging, that's only in Radiant Dawn. Yeah, coins are pretty much useless in this game, so unless you plan to transfer this data to the sequel, once you're done with it, there's really no point in getting and keeping coins, which is a shame. Go ahead, have Nafini come over here. Yeah, fortunately, normally I'd say having missed promoted by this point is really good, but you can see it actually is kind of a hindrance at this point, of all things. Jeez. I definitely don't want Soth in this guy's range, because she's probably going to transform at the beginning of the next turn. So, is there an item over here I can get? No, the next item's like right here, so but there is an item over this way that I can get. So I will send Soth over there. And Miss Astrid, you will just wait here. Actually, I probably should have moved. Oh well. And yeah, we can see that the tigers are transforming, and geez, tigers are scary enemies to deal with. He's going to... Oh, that's a cat. Yeah, and we can see the birds are transforming too. Birds are probably going to be the biggest thing you're going to have to worry about, because they are not impeded by movement in the slightest, so they will be able to just sort of pound away at you. That wasn't too much damage, but okay, good. He didn't double Jill. Is it because of the speed wing? If it's because of the speed wing, that would actually be pretty funny. It's a shame, like, they don't have, like, a special thing that makes it so the fight is in mid-air if they're both flying units. I think Radiant Dawn had something like that, which is really cool. But, oh well, what can you do? It'd probably be a plan to program or something like that. You're going to attack Leaf, and that is fine. And Leaf should counterattack. I'm surprised Leaf and Mordecai don't have anything interesting to say about this. They're taking on other Beast and Bird Lagoos, but their responses would probably be something on the it matters not, we are following orders from our king. And okay, this guy just come up to Leaf and like, when I transform, you will regret being near me. But just give me a moment, I need to get that gauge to 20. That is why people don't like, I should have given Astrid the longbow, jeez. That is why people are not that big of a fan of the Lagoos mechanics, myself included, because it tends to end up like this, where they just won't be able to do anything. They're gonna be just stuck getting their gauge up for so long. Go ahead. I'm more worried about, are there any birds nearby? No, but there's these tigers. Soren, believe fire? Huh, does fire magic, is magic not effective against them when they're untransformed? I did not know that. I learned something new today. Hooray. So you will take care of this guy with wind. I believe wind magic is still effective against bird lagoos, even when they're untransformed. And is that a crit? That is a crit. Thank you, Soren, for the oh-so unnecessary crit. I like how the sands they're like moving beneath their feet, but it's like they're just standing perfectly still on it. It almost looks like they're standing on water in some sense. At least that really muddy water, but water nonetheless. That's just the way the sand is done in this game. Zihar, I said Zihar, thank you. Let's see, Mia, you can go over here. You are not going to be able to do anything, so, does the Javelin take you out? The Javelin does take you out, so what we'll do is we'll attack with the Javelin. Take this guy out. Watch him slowly fall to the ground and disappear. And Marsha got a level up. What'd you get, Marsha? What'd you get? Not bad. I could always do with the extra speed. Did I take out that cat that attacked Jill earlier yet? Let's see. No, I did not. What's speed? 14? No, so he wouldn't have double Jill anyways, but... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and give Astrid a kill, because we can smite. And that actually allows us... You can see the Lagoos bow does a bunch of extra damage, but we don't need that much extra damage, so we're just going to use a normal iron bow. Go ahead, take out that cat, and I'm gonna go ahead and have Leaf again move towards the top. Oh, whoa, that was a lot of experience. Okay. I'm a little worried because Astrid won't be able to defend herself if a bunch of Lagoos come her way. Especially if they're flying Lagoos, since they'll just be able to catch up to her in no time. So I'm going to keep Jill over here and try and keep down the people here. Okay, so are you going to transform? Not this turn. So what I will do is I will have Jill here with the Half-Breed Slayer. The real question is, do you double Jill when she's holding this? No, but that's still a scary hit, right? Does Mist have the physics staff? I don't know if Mist has it. I still want to point out how weird the dragons look in this game, because seriously, or the wyverns, excuse me, the dragons are Lagoos. Okay, the cat can't even reach us then. Do you have... No, you do not, so that is actually a little dangerous. I'm going to go ahead and have Volt come up here, and I was hoping to say kill you, but it does not look like it. So we'll have Ike move here, we'll have Volk move this way. We'll have him move up here, because I believe... Oh, it's like right here. I think there's a physics staff right here, actually. I was just talking about physics, too. We get to see Volk's animation again. don't really get. I don't think we've ever seen Soth in combat. Oh, I didn't get anything. I thought it was right there. Because it should be a guaranteed find for a thief. Maybe you just have to wait instead of fight, or maybe I'm just in the wrong spot. That's probably more likely I'm just in the wrong spot. Let's go ahead. Oh, Leaf is going to level up. I didn't even know she was so close to leveling up. Holy crap. What'd you get? 40. Hit 40 HP. That is a good level up. I will take that. And I believe that's everyone. Yep. So let's see. Who transformed? Oh. Well then. Is this guy close to transforming? No, he is not. This guy is about to transform though, so we cannot have Soth go over there just yet. We're going to smite Astrid, get her closer to the cat Lagoos, and see if we can take this guy out. Can we just take him out with Steel Bow? No, we need a Lagoos Bow. So we'll have Astrid take this guy. Oh, okay, I'm looking at my map now, and the physic was right next to where I put, it was next to where I put, it was just like 2 squares away from where I put, Volk. So Astrid will level up. Let's see, get skill, speed, luck. I definitely like that speed. Some posts I did read great, Kanto, guess where we can move. Some posts did mention that, so it's gonna be about here, but some posts did mention that, for Astrid it might not be a bad idea to take off, her skills at this point, because because she might level up so quickly and then she won't have the weapon experience to use higher level weapons. She'll be stuck at like a level 5 paladin using iron bows, but you can solve that with arm scrolls, but then again, arm scrolls could be arguably used for better people, so, or for people who need, there are people who need it more than Astrid. So that's generally the arguments made. So if you want to, oh, thank you for getting Magic Jill. One step closer to using that Flame Lance. At least, I'm a little scared to get Jill too close. Yeah, I want Mist to get that physics staff from Volk, so we're gonna start moving towards there. I'll probably have Mordecai shove her that way next turn. Alright, and then when it comes to these guys, this guy's gonna transform next turn. It's a shame we can't see the range before they transform. What is your defense? Your defense is 10, his strength is 6, it's probably gonna be like plus... Is he a cat or a... he is a cat. So it's probably, what is, Leaf's bonus? Jeez. Okay, so I can probably expect some attack around, like, 20 to 30. With Nafini's defense of 10, she can take 1 hit at least. I will put Marcia nearby with the Iron Lance. You know, maybe using, either having, like, a Sage Thorn with staves, or using, like, a Sage Thorn with staves, or using a having all your characters as vulneraries would probably be pretty helpful in this chapter, to be honest. You know, I'm gonna have Soth trade the physics thing over here because I want Volk to continue to move around, because Volk is the best thief for combat. So if any Lagoos are gonna potentially run into a thief, it's gonna be Volk, hopefully. Yeah. This guy shouldn't be able to reach, because I don't think they gain any movement bonuses, so let's see how much. I don't think he'll double Nafini. He'll just miss. That works for me. Whoa, Nafini just like sort of jumped a step there. That looked kind of weird. Oh wait, they do gain movement. Please survive, Jill, please. I really want you to survive. Oh, that's... Oh god, okay, I'm really scared right now. I'm really scared. If that bird can reach Jill... No, that bird can't reach Jill. Okay, thank you. We're gonna go ahead and have you take out this cat. And I'm gonna have Jill fall back and get healed. Alright. And we'll probably end the episode after this turn here. So let's go ahead and move Jill back this way. Have her equip the Iron Lance. Mist will go ahead and heal Jill. Good job, Mist. And so you trade over the physics staff to Mist so she can heal people from a distance. Let me pull out my trusty map. Oh, there are boots up here. That is really good. Let's see. Rexasa? 14. So close. You're going to transform next turn. Just about. I just realized these guys transform, they're just wasting their transformation gauge. I believe, yes, he has a Demi-Ban. Muren. I'm sorry if I butchered that name too. Demi-Ban is an item that allows Laguz to stay permanently in Laguz form. However, the trade-off is that you can't actually, you get half the stat bonuses you would normally get from transforming. So it could be useful, but the trade-off would be that you're just not as good. I believe about here. Let's see. It's going to be this, and it's going to be one space out. So here should be a Shine Tome. Alright. I just put Volk in range of the cat, but that should be fine, because the cat's not going to outspeed Volk. Well, they have the same speed. What is your attack speed? I don't know what your attack speed is, but it's probably not a lot because... Or no, it's probably a lot because I doubt you're way down too much by... the knife. You do not have a vulnerary to use. I could have... Or, no, Soren can't reach. Dang. I will definitely have Kieran move forward. Will these guys transform next turn? You won't. Because I believe they gain 2 at the beginning of the turn, so I'll have Soren come up here. Sure, you can stay here, and Marsha and Ike will slowly make his way towards the end. And I will go ahead and have you two go this way. Or, well, I guess they're going opposite way. They gain 4. So that cat's going to attack Soren. I thought I had one more turn. Whoops. Alright, that is good lesson to learn. Ooh, okay. You will be able to take out this guy next round. That'll be good. I don't think Soren will be doubled by the cat. At least I really hope not. I don't need to lose another magic user. Come on, Soren. I know you're frail as a leaf, but come on. Ugh. Oh, and you're holding the Elwyn Tome too, which is heavier than what you normally hold. Okay, good, good. You were not doubled. Alright, we need to get Soren as far away from here as humanly possible. Alright. Mordecai is transformed, so he will be able to move a lot further now. Leaf will probably untransform next turn, but I will go ahead and have Leaf move about here. I believe... Let's see... About here is a really good item you want. And about... let's see... Here. Do not... There is a really good item here, but do not have anyone but Leaf or Mordecai step on that spot. And you'll see why soon. I'm not going to actually be able to get Mordecai over there. Let's see... And with that, I did say we'd call it a turn or episode after the turn. Yeah, we'll call it a turn after the episode. Well then. So, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Share this video with a friend if you like it, because that is, word of mouth is the best way to help the channel grow. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time. Bye.